Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Calypso Cigar Review Podcast. This one's a Quickie.
Quickie.
And it's a Quickie with Randy and Brandon. You should feel blessed.
Yes, usually our Quickies just involve you.
Wait a minute, what? You son of a bitch. So today we're reviewing an Oliveros cigar, and if you don't know, Oliveros was a brand that used to be. Right. They were kind of on the outliers. They weren't really a big brand. They kind of were just fledgling, and then they changed their names.
The swag, and they had some the long lady flavored cigars and such like the Kopi Luwak.
Yep, that's the one they did, yeah. And then they changed their name to Boutique Blends, put out the aging room, and boom, blew up. And now they got cigar on the top 10, and the Oliveros had kind of trailed off, but now they're starting to bring them out again. And this one is a Sungrown Reserve.
Double band?
Yep, double band on it, which makes it fancy.
Fancy schmancy.
Some fancy shit right there.
I'm going to deband.
You're going to deband all the way?
I'll take the first one off.
Okay.
I'll tease everyone, take it off slowly.
Alrighty.
And we have our Altadis cutter, donated by Altadis USA, courtesy of Eddie Gavito.
It's a Monte Cristo cutter, actually.
It is Monte Cristo.
It's a very cool cutter.
But Altadis.
Yeah. But it, came in a Monte
nice.
Cristo box. To give you a little deets on this, it's a Robusto 5x52. Origin on this is Dominican Republic. Wrapper, obviously, sun-grown Habano. Binder, Nicaraguan. Filler, Nicaraguan. Comes from the factory Habana, Cuba Cigar Company in Dominican Republic. Blender on this is Rafael Nodal, who is the guy that does all the boutique blend stuff. So,
boy, my draw is I could breathe underwater with this thing.
Yeah, wide open.
Oh yeah. Just a tobacco-y flavor, not really any pepper or spice or sweetness. Well, a hint of sweetness.
Yeah, you should get the sweetness from that sun-grown.
Just a hint, though, not a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of sun-grown, so, but I have liked a few in the past few months. So
I get a little sweetness from it. I'm not going to say what kind of sweetness I'm getting because you don't like it, but
it's kind of raisiny. You're right. That's probably why I'm not really wanting to pick it up. Our Royal Gold lighter, donated by Royal Gold. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's pretty tasty on the cold draw. Like you said, pretty tobacco. It's like just a sweet tobacco flavor I'm getting on the cold draw. Very light. Seems like it's going to be a very light cigar, not really, probably on the medium side, if anything.
Yeah, there's very little pepper or anything at the beginning. That raisiny feeling or raisiny taste is a little stronger once you light it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very raisiny.
A little earthy, too.
Hint of earth, raisin. Not much leather or anything, and very little spice, if no spice.
Yeah, it might be on the retrohale. Let's try. I mean, it's light enough that you could retrohale that whole thing and probably not burn out your nostrils. So
burn your nose off.
Got a good flavor so far, though. I mean, it's very tasty.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a Quickie, so we are going to take a little break. We'll come back after the first third and give you an update on the first third. All right, so we're back for the the first
middle
third. Yeah.
Going into the middle third.
Yeah. But we're talking about the first third. Of the Oliveros Sungrown Reserve.
After the first third. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about the second third next segment. Do you want to start over?
No, because I'm about to ash.
But we have a great ash on this.
Great ash. It's about to fall, but
the burn's a little wonky on mine, and the
not
ash
at all on mine.
Seems a little splintery. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, good ash.
And
which
my
is always
burn
nice.
actually started off very askew, and it corrected almost immediately. And look at that, almost raisin.
Yeah, no kidding. And as far as flavors, it did change up. At the start, we pretty much had raisiny sweetness and earth. Now I'm getting kind of a cocoa on the retrohale with a lot of wood. So there's some woodsy notes to it.
Yeah, I'm still getting woodsy notes. I still get a little bit of the raisin. I haven't got the cocoa yet. I'm rather get cocoa than raisin, but so far it's definitely mild to medium.
Yeah.
On a 1 to 10 on the bold scale, I'd put it about 4.5.
It's very creamy, though. I mean, it's an easy smoke, and it's which makes it a good kind of everydayer.
Yeah.
Because it's something you don't really have to think a whole lot about. It's not going to floor you on the strength scale, and it's got a good flavor to it. And it's changed once already, so we'll see if it changes again. So we're going to come back for the second third. We'll give you an update on the Oliveros Sungrown Reserve. All right, so we're back for the second third of the Oliveros Sungrown Reserve, and again, the ash is holding on really nice.
Yeah.
Burn
just ashed.
Burns kind of still a little wonky, but nothing that needed to be corrected at all. And it's stayed lit the entire time, so it's definitely burning good.
My burn has been razor ever since the beginning.
Yep.
I mean, after the bad beginning. Sorry, I have the hiccups.
You got any changes?
Not really. It just kind of stayed. It didn't have the sweetness after a while.
Mm-hmm.
I got the hint of cocoa, still earthy. Never any pepper, never any spice at all.
So
just very mild to medium cigar.
Yeah, I'd say it's
not
getting
boring, but
it's getting a little more medium for me. I've gotten kind of a meatiness out of it. Definitely more
that little charred taste. I get a little bit
yeah.
of that charred.
It's a little more. It's kind of a charred meat kind of flavor with little hints of pepper, but nothing ever that makes you not want to retrohale it. The retrohale is actually pretty nice. I'm still getting a little bit of the cocoa on the retrohale, and still just a ton of cedar. So I won't say that it's super complex, but it's definitely a good medium smoke. Something that I could see people smoking, on a day in day out basis.
Yeah.
So yeah, not bad.
If you're working in the garage, you're not really paying attention to what you're smoking. You can smoke worse than this. That's for sure.
Yeah, you don't have to think about it a whole lot. It's just got some decent flavor to it, and yeah, I mean it's I guess it's considered like a budget smoke. You can get fibers of these pretty inexpensively. So going along with the Oliveros brand.
Yeah, if that's the case, then that makes sense.
Yeah, so pretty yummy.
Yeah,
not bad at all. We'll see how it goes in the second third. I'm kind of expecting it to get a little more on the medium side, a little less on the mild, but we'll see. You never know.
Well, actually, we're going into the third this time.
Yeah, going into the last third. Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see.
What about the fourth third? What do you think that's going to be like?
I think that's going to be a very burned flavor.
Okay, gotcha.
With kind of chewed at that point,
Okay.
like
Makes
tobacco,
sense.
chewing tobacco.
Yeah, makes sense.
Ding.
Ding.
One of those.
Spittoonish.
Yep. So we'll come back for the last third, giving an update on the rest of the Oliveros Sungrown.
And we're back, headphoneless yet again.
Yeah,
it's freaking me out.
It's still
man.
weird. So
It's
we
almost
are
like
at
invisible finger when you get your finger cut off. You feel like you have it. I keep going.
I wouldn't know about that. Yeah, Matt would know about that.
He was telling me about it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so we are at the last third of the Oliveros Sungrown Reserve.
We're noting it.
Yep, and it's very, very pleasant smoke. I could see how this could be every day for somebody.
I can see where it would be rated pretty highly. Doesn't necessarily jazz me, but it's a nice smoke. I don't regret smoking this, and I have regretted smoking many cigars.
Yeah, that's definitely tasty.
Not one.
I'd say it's getting a little more medium in the last third. The pepper's picking up for me. I don't know if it is for you at all, but
mine, I think, because as it's getting closer, I'm pulled on it harder, so I'm getting that charred taste just from pulling on it harder. I don't know if it's the cigar or what, but it's a lot more charcoalish right now.
You don't want to pull on it too hard; you might hurt yourself.
That's true. That's what she said.
Yep. So yeah, but it's I mean, it never gets bitter, which is nice because usually if you're getting that, you'll get some bitterness. But I'm not getting any bitterness at all.
That's why maybe it is from the cigar and not from me pulling, because it isn't bitter.
But yeah, so overall, I'd say definitely check it out. If you haven't tried one of these, give it a whirl. It's I wouldn't say it. I think I like the aging rooms a little better.
Yeah,
probably.
I would say so.
But this is definitely a good smoke.
It's better than that Kopi Luwak. That was a terrible cigar.
I never tried one of those.
I couldn't wait to try it. Nah, I didn't like it at all. I'll smoke a Java over that any day of the week.
Did you ever have any of the other, like the swag or anything like that? I hear the swags are pretty good.
It's a nice medium body also. It still doesn't get me excited because I like the more meaty stuff, but it's still a good cigar.
Yeah, I haven't had a swag yet. We'll have to try those at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, give it a whirl if you haven't tried it. And as always, check us out at all the places you can find us on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Podomatic, Spreaker, YouTube. Go over to Twitter and tweet.
Facebook.
Yep.
A lot of Facebook people this week. We'll be giving shout-outs on the next episode.
Yes, sir.
And if you comment or like on any of those forums, we will give you shout-outs during regular episodes.
Yep. So, as always, it's been great smoking with you guys.
See you later, Brandon.
See you later, Randy.